HydroShift is back, the invisible tube AIO that everybody loves. It can now fit even more cases, it can cool a bit better than before, it's wireless now, well, sort of, and it looks better. So let's unbox it. Looking for affordable Windows or Office keys? Look no further, I got you covered. Head over to scdkey.com, pick your Windows edition, use my discount code LE25 to get a 25% on any Windows or Office products. Once you complete your order, after a few seconds you will receive your code. In Windows, go to Settings, there should be an Activate Windows prompt at the bottom. Click that, enter your code and wait for Windows to finish activation. To check the activation status, use the command prompt with the command slmgr.vbs/xpr and you should receive a notification that the machine is permanently activated. Once again, use code LE25 at scdkey.com. I of course wanted to see what's behind this sticker since Lian Li is reusing the boxes, because this is the version without any fans. And honestly, I like it this way. You get to choose your own set of fans, it costs less, and you still get the awesome looking AIO in the end. As usual, you're getting the manual, which explains how you can connect this AIO and how you can mount it on various CPU sockets. There is a little screwdriver here, which I am not sure what for. Next we have three little boxes, accessories and AMD and Intel mounting kits. Here is the AMD square mounting kit for the even pressure on the CPU. The Intel mounting kit now comes with metal backplates, so awesome job Lian Li, you have learned from previous mistakes. In the accessories box you have the pump block cover to hide the screws once everything is mounted, various screws for the fans and AIO itself, thermal compound and a little spatula, the tube comps as well are present here. Here is the AIO itself. We have these tube brackets on the side, but the addition here is the new offset mount for tube exiting place, so you can precisely position the tubes to exit straight out where the CPU socket is. Side of the radiator comes with a Lian Li logo and brushed aluminum look for an, awesome look, I guess. The tubes are a bit longer this time, they have a nice metallic ring around the fittings to give that classy look to it. Pump block is circular now, with a nice LCD screen in the middle and LED ring around, which we will explore in detail in a moment. Okay, to mount this on Intel boards, put the backplate from behind the board, use these plastic brackets that go on top. Little tip here, put the open end towards the memory slots and arrows pointing towards the CPU. Screw these in and just slide the pump in these little cutouts so it won't move, and adjust it where it needs to go, put thumb screws on top and you're done. For AMD boards, first remove the original cooler brackets, use the plastic brackets for the AMD board. Same logic applies here, opening towards the memory slots, arrow pointing towards the CPU socket. You can use the same screws from the motherboard to attach them or use the black ones provided in the box. Then put the block on top and tighten the thumb screws, and that's it. Let's explore the AIO itself now. Yep, the new pump block is rounded now, so I guess the C in the name stands for the circular. So there is the logic behind the name. Honestly, for some reason, round pumps look better in the system, maybe because of the fans, that round shape, it simply looks better. Personal preference, maybe, but there it is. The block looks premium, honestly, and it feels that way. In the center there is an LCD screen, 2.1 inches, 480 by 480 pixels, and it has 500 nits of brightness and 60 Hz refresh rate. The base is copper and it supports newer, larger, lengthier CPUs without any problems. Tubes are exiting on the top side of the pump at 90-degree angle. They have these premium looking fittings with metallic rings on them. The ring around the pump is a clear acrylic and you can actually turn it. It has RGB built in, so turning it to the left side will change RGB color modes and turning it on the right will change the information on the LCD screen. The biggest upgrade in regard to the previous HydroShift model is that there are no wires coming out from the pump. They are hidden in the tubes. Yes, in the tubes, not on them and under the sleeve, they are inside the tubes. Awesome design choice, but also a little bit scary since the tubes are, I mean, the wires are submerged in the liquid. The pump itself is also upgraded now, 2000 up to 2500 RPM max, and it is virtually inaudible with only 20 decibels maximum noise. Honestly, I did not hear it at all while it was operating. Multiple times I was checking to see if everything is okay, thinking that the pump is completely off. The pump flow has also been reversed this time compared to the original HydroShift 1, with the water being pushed by the pump towards the copper plate instead of being pulled from the copper plate. This actually results in greater pressure and better flow between the skived fins on the copper plate itself, thus resulting in better heat dissipation. Being the version without the fans, obviously you are in control of which fans you want to use, so this is why the radiator is bare naked here. It supports all Lian Li fans and actually any other 120mm fans. Radiator size is 360mm, actual measures are 400mm in length and 122mm wide, but for better support and clearances it is actually shrunk from the regular 27mm thickness down to 24mm. And no, it did not affect cooling performance at all. Tubes on the radiator are hidden under the plastic cover, which this time is super easy to remove. Previously, it required excessive force, this time it just pops off super nice. You have only two wires here, one is the PWM for the pump and another one is USB for the screen control, which is not needed unless you want it. I will explain this later. What the radiator has now and did not have before is this bracket. Actually, this is a sliding bracket that aligns the tubes where they exit to perfectly align them with the CPU socket. The clip, I mean this bracket, can be secured to a 140mm fan mounting point to maintain its position, but it's secured on the AIO itself anyway. Two tube clamps are also provided to maintain the tube's alignment above the CPU. And for an AIO fan to motherboard clearance tighter than 50mm, the clamp can be completely removed when the radiator space is limited. So you have the choice. Now let's focus on the screen and different operation modes. You can use it in the so-called offline mode. This is when you don't install any software, you can control the RGB on the pump block by rotating the ring to the left side to cycle through a bunch of RGB modes, and you can rotate the screen on the right side to cycle through predefined sensor information. In this offline mode, it only shows the liquid temperature and the pump speed on the screen, and it operates according to the liquid temperature, so not by the CPU temperature itself, and this might be wrong choice to use this AIO. For the other two modes, you need the L-Connect software, of course, and you need to use the USB cable or not again. In the wireless mode, you of course need a wireless controller that comes with Lian Li fans, or you can buy it separately. You can display other sensor information on the screen in this mode, CPU or GPU temperatures and usage and so on. It will cycle through all of them at the given time interval. The third mode is the streamer mode, in which you use the USB cable and you have the total control of the screen and functions on it. This is actually the best mode to use. You can pick from multiple predefined themes for the screen or embark on the journey of creating your own custom theme. And once again, as I said before, I hope that Lian Li will allow for user-submitted and shared templates here. You can also use this AIO as a screen, I mean the secondary screen, much like on the Lancool 207 digital case. Same principle. But seriously, what can you see, and I mean, why would you use such a tiny screen for a secondary monitor? But for someone, this could be a useful thing. Regarding the performance, I used this AIO in the Lian Li O11 mini case with the Ryzen 7 9800X3D CPU, and while idling, temperature ranged from 37 up to 40 degrees, while gaming, mostly it was in the mid-50s. But interestingly, while being pushed with Cinebench R23 stress tests, the maximum was 70 degrees, which is insanely good for such tiny AIO that has reduced thickness. This reduction in thickness did not change the overall volume of liquid inside the AIO, and believe that the new pump design also contributes to better performance here as well compared to the previous model and other AIOs as well. Honestly, I was surprised by the performance. as well, double checked it, and after some 30 minutes of continuous Cinebench testing, it managed to climb up to 71 degrees. All in all, amazing results. What is also amazing is the pricing model for this AIO. Well, at least for the fanless model, it is $159.99 US or euros, but if you opt to get the model with the TL fans, this one will set you back $239.99, and the CL version with the regular RGB fans is $179.99. Everything is backed up with a 6-year warranty period. Honestly, the prices seem more than reasonable even for the TL model, since the fans are awesome. This is the strongest model in the lineup. I still recommend getting the fanless version and using whichever fans you have. I used the new Lian Li SL Infinity wireless fans and it still achieved great performance. Steel fans are slightly better, so I guess it would be better with them. To sum up the pros and cons of this AIO, everything seems to be perfect. Build quality looks premium, much better than on the first model. The easy installation and especially the AMD mounting with 4 even corners for optimized pressure on the CPU is excellent. Performance is of course top-notch, even if everything is noise normalized, so you can have a quiet system which is still being awesomely cooled. The tube combs can help you to properly align the tubes where they exit on the top of the CPU area. It's a nice touch by Lian Li for that ultimate clean look. The tubes also seem more flexible than before, and the compact radiator dimensions offer greater case compatibility now. Nice addition is of course the control of the pump block, for the light and the screen teams without the need for the software, but you are limited here for the control of the fan and pump speeds. The only negative thing that I can think is the price for the TL variant, but those fans are awesome, so I guess there are no cons here. Lian Li nailed it with this one for the ultimate clean, tubeless build aesthetic. And of course, the performance. Thank you for watching, guys. Sub to the channel in the meantime, and stay tuned for next week. We are reviewing the SL Infinity wireless fans as well. And I don't know, see you in the next one.